Today, we're going to look at some cases involving corrupt cops who are a disgrace to the police department and make people fear the police. A man named Micah Washington is changing a tire on his car when Officer Dana L. Mora of the Alabama Reform Police Department approaches him and asks him to show his ID. In order for an officer to ask for identification, he or she must have reasonable suspicion that a crime has been committed, so Mr. Washington refuses to show his ID for good reason. The incident is recorded by the person next to Mr. Washington.
Stand up. Right there on the front of the car. Straight.
I ain't doing but I got gun right there. I'm not doing that.
Oh yeah.
I'm saying what you saying, oh yeah, fuck. I'm not, oh my God! Okay, down, oh my fuck. Oh my God. Oh my God.
You want it again?
No, man.
Shut the you was big and bad. Shut your
Although it is not visible in the video, Mr. Washington's treatment does not stop there. The officer puts her foot on his back and takes him to the car where he is shocked again. At the time of the incident, it was alleged by officers that Mr. Washington was involved in multiple crimes, but those charges were later dropped by the police department. Mr. Washington's rights under the 1st, 4th, 5th, and 14th Amendments were violated. His lawyers are preparing to file a $20 million lawsuit against the Reform Police Department. On June 26, 2020, 73-year-old Karen Garner, dealing with dementia and sensory aphasia, attempted to leave a Loveland, Colorado Walmart with almost $14 of unpaid items. Despite her effort to pay with a credit card, store employees refused, took the items back, and reported the incident to the Loveland Police Department as a supposed theft.
All right, let's stop, ma'am. I don't think you want to play it this way. Ma'am, police, stop. You want to stop, lights on, siren, stop. You just left Walmart. Do you need to be arrested right now? No. Okay.
Unable to effectively communicate with Miss Garner, Officer Hop resorts to physically restraining her by grabbing and throwing her to the ground. Despite Miss Garner's visible confusion and insistence on going home, a brief scuffle ensues. Officer Hop manages to handcuff Miss Garner and leads her back to his patrol car.
Doing anything.
Right now you're resisting, which is not going to fly with me. And before that, you tried to steal from Walmart. And they caught you and took the stuff back. Stand up. Oh, boy.
I'm not going anywhere.
Why are you fighting with me? And why are you trying to slip the cuffs off?
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home.
No, you're not. Are you finished? Are you finished? We don't play this game. You understand me? And if you try to kick me, oh, this is gonna be bad.
I'm going home.
Stop.
I'm going home. I'm going home. I'm going
Quit.
home.
No, stop.
I'm pushing.
Oh, there we go. All right. Sit down.
I'm going home.
Sit down.
I'm
down.
going home.
Get in the car.
In you go.
Do not hook onto him.
I'll come on the other side and grab her. What's that?
Where's your sergeant?
Huh? Who's my sergeant?
Yeah.
Okay, well, first, I can tell you that. Sergeant Metzler, he's at the police department. You can go talk to him if you have an issue.
Yeah, give me your card so I can put a report.
Okay.
I see you there, how you throw the little kid.
Little kid?
Well, I don't know
It's
if
not a
it's
little
kid.
kid. And this is what happened.
He was just walking, and I see you how
She
you
just
grab him.
stole from Walmart and refused to stop, refused to listen to lawful orders, and to fight me. This is what happens when you fight the police. I have to use force to safely detain her. That's what this is. This isn't just some random act of aggression.
Officer Jalali assists Officer Hop in restraining Miss Garner and putting her in the patrol car. A citizen questions Officer Hop about his actions, asking him to defend his use of force. However, these actions likely violate department policy, Colorado law, and the U.S. Constitution. The updated Colorado revised statutes emphasize nonviolent methods for peace officers, in contrast to the previous statute that allowed reasonable force. Courts, following Graham v. Connor, assess the reasonableness of force based on factors such as the seriousness of the offense and the threat and resistance of the suspect. Miss Garner, accused of petty theft, posed no immediate threat and, because of her dementia, was not resisting and was trying to get home. It can be concluded that the force used was disproportionate to the circumstances.
Oh, well,
I don't know if you realize that.
Yeah, well, the way that I see it from over there,
Okay.
you know, I was like, that's no...
But you see, you don't know the whole situation. That's the thing.
Yeah, you know, but it's like...
But
you
knowing
see-
the situation, do you
No,
feel
no.
differently now?
Oh, yeah. But
That's
you know,
it.
like seeing it from there, that guy just walking.
Yeah, I get
You
that.
know.
I get that. So when I went to go grab her and talk to her, she started running, leaving, pulling away from me, trying to fight me.
Well, that's the thing, I didn't see it running, you know.
Exactly. So before you go to a snap judgment, you gotta get all the facts.
But right here, she wasn't running.
I get that.
I see her walking right
Yeah.
there, you pull
All right.
over.
I gotta deal with this. You hang tight, okay?
Get your feet in the car.
All right. Here, let me see your feet.
Credit card.
We'll get it.
Oh, my credit card.
Karen, I got your credit card, okay? It'll go with you. What's your date of birth, Karen?
I want my credit card.
I have it. You will have it with you. I will not lose it, I promise. What's your date of birth, Karen? What's your date of birth? What's your date of birth? Okay.
Officers attempt to identify Miss Garner's identity by asking for her birth date, but she refuses to engage. Despite clear signs of dementia, the officers do not consider her mental instability. The Loveland Police Department's policy on mental illness emphasizes awareness of common behaviors, listing symptoms of dementia. The policy instructs officers to establish a sincere relationship while ensuring safety, modeling calm behavior, using non-threatening body language, and asking simple questions. Officer Hop appears to either have failed to recognize Miss Garner's mental impairment or intentionally violated the policy during the interaction.
Sorry, I got nothing else. It's just from a credit card she has. Copy. She's probably like 4'10", 5 foot, maybe like 100 pounds.
As you said you were fine, I would have gotten here quicker.
Oh, you were good. Had her handled. If it was a big dude, it'd been different. But she was like 20 pounds. What's the 200?
For what?
Well, at least resisting right now.
Is that a 200? Yeah, okay.
Hey.
Let's get her down to the station.
Okay, we don't need to wait for Capello.
No, we can see what I mean,
Okay.
we know she, what's it say?
She stole some stuff, and they caught her before she left and got it back, and then she ran out. So we have the...
And then you contacted her for that.
And then she resisted and
obstructed
obstructed.
resisted, so
We're good either way.
So we're good either way.
Cool.
She's going.
All right.
We're gonna pass. If they decide not to prosecute, I don't care.
Cool. Okay, we'll head down there.
Sergeant Philip Metzler informs Officer Hop that Miss Garner will face charges of resisting arrest and obstructing a peace officer, regardless of potential shoplifting charges. In Colorado, individuals can be found guilty of resisting arrest even if not convicted of the original charge. Potential defenses for Miss Garner include a claim of self-defense due to alleged excessive force and her impaired mental condition. Given these factors, it appears unlikely she would be convicted, possibly explaining the quick decision to drop the charges against her.
Hey, you got the door open. Come on, Karen.
I'm gonna run.
You're gonna run? Oh, good thing we got the hot one.
I was gonna pay for it.
But you didn't.
Miss Garner faced severe injuries and neglect after Officer Hopp's use of force, leading to a fractured shoulder, dislocated shoulder, bloody nose, and contusions. Officers celebrated the harm, and Hopp's false narrative was approved. Following a federal lawsuit, officers resigned and criminal charges were filed. Loveland settled for $3 million. The officers' actions demonstrate a disturbing lack of empathy, professionalism, and a pattern of misconduct beyond the arrest. On February 18, 2023, a police sergeant with the Richland Police Department in Mississippi was on patrol. During the patrol, the sergeant noticed a speeding vehicle with window tint darker than the legal limit and pulled the driver over.
Sapphire looks like we may turn into Walgreens. Mike Alpha Mike 1527. Mike Alpha Mike 1527. We're just before Walgreens. Hello. Hello, sir. You got your driver's license insurance on you?
Yeah, it's in my pocket.
Sure. Go ahead. Y'all doing all right today?
Yeah. Well, my insurance card's on my phone.
Sure, that's fine. Go ahead. Who's your insurance with?
Progressive.
Progressive? Okay. All right.
Let's say April 28, 2023.
Yeah, okay, sure. Yeah, I see that. All right, well, look, the reason I'm stopping today, Mr. Alexander, is you're going a little fast. Window tint's a little too dark, okay? The speed limit's 45. I'm doing 45, and you came by me. All right, you are obviously faster than me, about 10 miles over to be in fact. So, also, your window tint's too dark. Where are you headed to today?
I'm just going. Why?
Huh?
Why do you want to know?
Just conversation, just asking where you're going.
McGee.
Huh?
McGee.
McGee? Okay, you coming from Madison? Is that where y'all live, up in Madison? Somebody else come over to me, please. What's that now?
I'm making sure, like, I live in Ridgeland.
You live in Ridgeland? Okay.
So,
Okay. All right, sure. Well, just sit tight for me, okay? I'm 10-2. This dude's just nervous as can be. I'm going to pull him out, talk to him.
The sergeant contended that Ian Alexander was exceeding the speed limit, foregoing a radar in favor of pacing the vehicle. This method, while commonly used, is not without its pitfalls, particularly in terms of accuracy. The officer must maintain a consistent distance between the patrol car and the suspect's vehicle throughout the pacing for precise measurements. Despite potential inaccuracies, the sergeant exercised his right to cite Mr. Alexander, relying on his own judgment, a decision that could be subject to scrutiny in a legal context. The sergeant's attention was further piqued when he observed signs of nervousness in Mr. Alexander. Communicating this observation to dispatch, the sergeant indicated a desire to conduct a more thorough investigation. This signaled a potential escalation beyond the initial speeding allegation, suggesting a concern about possible illegal possession or activity involving Mr. Alexander.
Mr. Alexander, will you step back here and talk to me, please?
I guess I can.
Yeah, please, if you don't mind. You're not under arrest or anything. I just want to talk to you.
Okay, I got a concealed carry permit.
Oh, that's cool. Yeah. Do you have it on you? Do you have the firearm on you?
Yeah, it's in
just
my
don't,
waistband.
Okay, just don't do me a favor. Don't reach for it. That's all I ask. Just keep your hands up there, okay?
The sergeant approached the vehicle and asked Mr. Alexander to step out to talk. It is generally understood that the police may ask a person suspected of witnessing a crime to step out of their vehicle, and in this case, Mr. Alexander was allegedly speeding with dark-tinted windows and met these criteria. But the rest of the video shows that this is not the only case.
All right, so I understand it's a traffic stop. Not everybody gets stopped every day, and this can be a little uncomforting for people. I get that. Okay. My concern is that you are about to suck all the oxygen out of the air right now because you're breathing so heavy. All right. You're so nervous. So why would you be extremely or overly nervous with me for a simple traffic stop?
I mean, because
I was talking and I was busy, but I didn't know I was speeding.
Okay.
So I wasn't really sure why I was getting pulled over.
Okay. Have you ever been arrested before or anything like that?
Yeah.
Okay. You mind if I ask before? You can't get in trouble for telling me. I'm
I
just
can't
curious.
remember. I mean, I had DUI 20 years ago.
DUI 20 years ago?
Probably about it.
Okay. All right. When's the last time you were arrested? Do you remember that?
No, it's been probably 20 years.
20 years?
Probably about
Anything
1999.
Anything narcotics related at all?
No.
Or do you wear glasses or contacts?
Contacts.
Okay. All right. Are those colored contacts, or are your eyes always that kind of grayish, glassy,
I
a
got
little bit glassy?
Green eyes or whatever.
Green eyes. Okay. Are you under the influence of any narcotics or alcohol today?
No, sir.
Okay. Right. So your pupils are like pinpoint, and that's why I asked. So,
I mean,
have you taken
there's
any
a couple
prescriptions
things.
or anything?
You asked me why I was nervous. First of all, I didn't realize I was speeding. So did you get that on radar, or?
I paced you. I was right behind you. Actually, you passed me, as I said earlier.
I mean, it's possible because I was talking and
It's
we
not
were
possible.
in a
It's fact.
conversation. Okay.
I mean, I wouldn't have just stopped you for nothing. I mean, I'm doing the speed limit and you passed me, so there's that. I mean, that's in my line of work. That's called a clue. When I'm doing the speed limit and you pass me, that would be a very obvious indicator of you.
With you, like I said, I might have been, but I don't remember. But, okay.
All right.
And then you're saying about my tent, but I'm pretty sure the tent's not illegal.
I guarantee you it is. The state law is 28%, and that's a lot darker than 28%.
The front or the back?
Any window.
Okay. Well, I just didn't know.
Okay. Well, and that's common.
You're asking me why I'm nervous. That's because I was kind of upset. You're asking me where I'm going and where I live, and I don't think that I'm allowed. I don't have to answer that.
You absolutely don't. It's just casual conversation. So, do you have anything illegal in the car today?
No, like I said, I got a concealed carry permit, but other than that, I don't have nothing illegal.
Okay, so there's nothing. Would you mind if I look?
No, you may not look.
You may not look
unless you have a search warrant.
Okay, I don't, but I'm simply asking. I mean, your pupils
I mean,
are.
I can open up the trunk, I can open the doors up, but I don't want you to go in and look through my car.
Okay.
Because I don't feel like I have to.
And you absolutely don't. I'm simply see in my line of work. What I do is I love doing this. Okay, I love working in narcotics, and you're giving off a lot of precursors that could potentially lead up to narcotics. I'm not saying that you do, and I'm not saying that you don't. If you don't have anything,
no, I don't have any narcotics. I don't.
And I didn't say that you
you're
did.
foaming at the mouth. You're asking me why I'm nervous. I mean, this is ridiculous. Can I please have a witness? Do you mind coming closer? Okay.
So there's nothing illegal in the car.
Are you a supervisor? Or are you a supervisor? May I have a supervisor?
You're talking to him.
Okay. There's nothing illegal in my car whatsoever.
Would you like to see my supervisor?
I mean, what's the next step? Am I going to get a ticket for speeding or what?
That's to be determined. I haven't made up my mind yet. I'm simply asking for. I don't understand why you're getting so hostile with me.
Because the way I'm being treated. I mean,
how are you being treated?
How do I look like I have narcotics?
I didn't say you look like you had narcotics. I said you were displaying indicators.
What are you saying? I have pupils. I'm nervous. I mean, I was upset because you're asking me where I'm going.
That was just casual conversation. So here's the deal. Look, I'm not going to sit here and argue. I'm not going to argue with you. Okay, I'm simply asking you a few questions. What would you like me to do? Do you want me to open the trunk? Do you want me to? I just asked if you mind if I look. You don't have to. You can tell me no all day long. He has one. Just be cognizant of that.
They're saying I have suspicion of narcotics or something.
I didn't.
I mean, you're welcome to look. There's absolutely nothing in here.
Okay.
Absolutely nothing.
Would you mind if I look in the car?
I give you the permission to view what's in my car. But
okay,
under no circumstances
here's the thing.
are you allowed to just search my car without a search warrant. I mean,
there's a few different ways that I can. Probable cause.
It is possible for a police officer to stop you and search you without a warrant. In this case, the article the sergeant emphasized in order to be able to search is reasonable grounds to suspect that you have committed a crime or are about to commit a crime. But for this to apply, there must be concrete evidence that a crime has been committed or is about to be committed and not based on the police's hunch. Since the sergeant stopped Mr. Alexander in the first place because he was speeding and had no other evidence, he should have written a speeding ticket and released him without further escalation.
Okay, which I'm just asking you for verbal consent.
What's the probable cause? Can you please explain to him what the probable cause was?
I didn't say there was. I just asked you if I could.
You said I had suspicion.
You're just getting
of
defensive with me for asking common questions. All right, I'm just doing my job. I'm doing what's called a patrol investigation. I made a stop for probable cause, which the probable cause was speeding.
Sir?
He is a witness.
Can you please come closer and listen? Okay, thank you.
He's recording. I'm recording. I know y'all are recording. That's fine. That's well within your right.
There are steps to go to the station and get copies and everything of this, because this is ridiculous.
Okay, is this your wife, girlfriend,
This
friend?
is my fiance, my girlfriend.
Okay.
For 5 years.
Okay, well, congratulations. I'm just asking you simple questions. All right, well, just sit tight. I'll tell you
So
what.
I'm going 50 miles an hour. And you're pulling me over.
Ma'am, would you be willing to step out and speak with me out here, please? Possibly less of aggressive as he is. That would be lovely. Okay. So my name's Sergeant Holyfield with the Richland Police Department. The reason you remember me? Dollar General. I'm sorry, I don't remember you. Have we ever had a negative interaction before?
I just had to call y'all some time over there. I made sure it was
Okay, so when you called, did I show up and help you as best that you thought I probably could?
Yeah.
Okay, all right. Do you have any indication of me ever being rude, ugly, too assertive, aggressive?
Not to me.
Okay.
Not
All right.
to me.
Well, I'm glad you feel that way, so thank you. I appreciate that. Well, look, here's the reason for the stop today, okay? I'm doing the speed limit, 45 miles per hour. He comes past me. All right, that's an indicator that he's traveling over the posted speed limit at which I was traveling. Okay, that is called probable cause for a traffic stop, okay, in which I have done. Furthermore, the window tint on the vehicle is darker than the legal limit, so there is further probable cause for a traffic stop, okay? I'm asking simple questions. Hey, how you doing? How you mom and them? Where you coming from? Where you headed to? All right, I'm not doing this to pry into your life, to have any sort of privatized information of what you're doing. I don't care what y'all are doing, okay? But I have a goal in mind, okay? He is nervous, he's breathing, his pupils are dilated, his eyes are glassy and gray, okay? Okay, and that's fine. So now I'm just asking him a few simple questions, because now I have some indicators and I have some precursors, okay? So now I'm looking for something different. How long have you known him?
We've been together 6 years.
Okay. Has he been arrested in the 6 years that y'all have been together? No. No, never in trouble or anything like that? He lives in Madison. Has he lived up there the whole time?
Yeah. Well, not the whole time. He stayed in Florida somewhere.
Okay. Is there, so that you know of, he's never been in trouble since y'all been together?
I know he's never.
Okay, so you know that? Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm going to ask you the same thing. I don't know you. I'm sorry I don't remember you from Dollar General, but I come into contact with 80,000 people a day on this highway. Okay, so I do apologize. Has he ever been known to you to use abuse prescription medications, smoke marijuana, any heroines, meths, anything like that? Okay, and so that's all I'm looking for, just casual conversation. All right, there are indicators leading me up to this questioning. Okay, I'm not just saying, ooh, hey, guy in the middle of the road, breathing heavy, whatever. But there are indicators that have led me down this path, which is why I asked. So I get it, he's upset. This isn't something that people go through every day, and I hate that he feels like I'm coming at him some type of way. But there's a reason why I'm asking these questions that I'm asking. Is this his vehicle or yours?
This is his. And I can tell you, he probably like that because I'm from Simpson County, but I stay here.
Sure.
And
here in Richland?
Okay.
Sure.
And so, but I'm from Simpson County.
Okay.
And so when we go to Simpson County, we done got pulled over twice. They asked him why he's with a black woman.
That's irrelevant.
Yeah, so we like, why you pulling us over? What's the reason for you to pull us over?
Different people, and
that might be why he is.
Well,
you know.
So I want to remind you of this. All right, the window tint is darker than the legal limit. It's 28. The legal limit is 28%. That's along the lines of 5%. Okay. There's no way possible that from where I was, I knew he was with a black woman. I didn't even know he was a white guy. So that's irrelevant to me. Now, the fact that may have happened to you prior, I'm sorry, because frankly, that's bullshit. But I can't control what other people do. I can only control what's in my environment and encourage people to get away from that. Right? And I'm sorry that you've experienced that. But that's not the case today, I promise you, because you passed me and the windows are so dark I can't see in the car.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes, ma'am, sure.
So is it for the back or the front? Because the front is not.
Any windows. Any windows. The only exemption in the state to that are emergency vehicles, emergency services. That's the only exemption to the tint law, or having a prescription which has been acknowledged by the commissioner of the highway patrol.
Okay, because I know that's why we bought the car. The car was already licensed.
And that happens. But when you sign your license, when you go to the DMV, when you sign your driver's license, you're acknowledging that you have read, understood, acknowledged, and understand all the state laws, which encompass traffic law as well. All right, for the driver's license, that's what that means.
I'll call you back, might be my chest.
Sure, no, sure, I understand. If you want to stay with him, that's fine. I don't mind.
This is my.
Okay. All right. Rissa, you get anything back on the 31? So, I'm sorry that he felt that way. Simple.
Thank you, my jacket.
Sure, absolutely. As a matter of fact, you can get back in. I'm done. Sure, absolutely.
I'm prohibiting them from doing anything. I said you can look in my car.
Listen to me.
But they don't have the right to search my car.
Babe, listen to me. I understand, okay? And I understand how you get, I understand how you get. They don't understand. They're not.
I mean, this guy's reasonable. This guy's a fucking jerk.
They're not used to you. I am, so I know when he get like that, I can't go. But by y'all being police officers, this they gonna do this.
I mean, I told him you can visually look in my car if you want to look in the car, but you're not going to dig through it and search through it. No.
Well, there's a fine line between what you're telling me I can and can't do, okay? I just asked you if I could look in your vehicle, okay? That would encompass me looking in the center console, the cup holders and stuff. Not an invasive search. I'm not trying to go through your car and pull out your bills that you've had stuffed in your glove compartment for the past 4 years. I don't care about that, okay? It's a non-invasive look into the vehicle. Unless there's something in there that would key me up to something else. Okay, well, hold on. Hold on. Let me talk, okay? Let me talk. Okay, obviously I've known your fiance for a little bit and didn't realize that she remembers me, I don't remember her. Okay, and we have established, the words came out of her mouth that in the interactions that we've had over the last several years when she was working here, are you still working there? No, it's not. We've never had a negative interaction. I do not come at people some type of way that you perceive that I am, okay? You got defensive with me for doing my job, okay? Stop, don't interrupt me again, please. I've been more than restrained and trying to be very nice to you, okay? So here's the thing. I've asked you questions and you've just been defensive with me the whole time, trying to do my job. All right, so I'm going to ask you one more time.
No.
Do you mind if I look in your car or not?
No.
Okay, well then just sit tight. Don't go back in the car for now, all right? Just be mindful he has a firearm in his waistband.
Hello.
Hey, puppy.
What's up, bro?
So this guy, he's given off a lot of indicators. I mean, first and foremost, just common, field interview questions. Just common, casual conversation questions. Hey, where you headed? Where you coming from? Stuff like that. So he's throwing off indicators left and right. His pupils are dilated. His face is, and he could just be pale complected. I mean, that's not uncommon, but he's nervous. He's about to suck all the oxygen out of the planet around me. So I asked him to step out and talk to him a little bit, and it just goes downhill from here. So now, I don't have any smells. The only thing I have are behavioral indicators at this point. And his fiance, I actually remember her, well, I don't really, but she says that we have been in contact with each other, Dollar General. So she's all right with me. She's okay with me. She likes me. But he does not. And do you think... So he's refusing search. Cool. Well within his right to do so. At this point, I don't think I have enough to call a dog, but do you see anything that I don't? Just based on the information that I'm telling you. I don't have any smells, indicators. I don't see anything in the vehicle that really keys me wanting to go further. I'm borderline that I don't have enough physical indicators in the vehicle, physical traits like any shake, anything like that. I don't have any odors. I don't have any cover smells. There's no trees hanging from the mirror or anything like that. There's no odor concealers, anything like that. All I have right now is behavioral indicators, and I mean this dude's behavioral indicators are through the roof. So it could be a substance that I can't smell. Well, yeah, I know, but I mean, I know timeline-wise, constitutionality. How long are we going to be able? What's a reasonable amount of time? Which I think we don't have a dog available, so I'm gonna have to call Pearl. He's not available. He's in McGee. That's been one of my considerations from the get-go. Is I knew ours isn't available. So I mean, at this point, I know I can. I was just gonna see if you saw something that maybe I didn't. Yeah, let me call Brandon Jordan real quick, and let me call Brandon Jordan and see if he can come out.
What's up, man?
What's up, man?
Oh, no shit. Getting ready for the radio?
Oh shit! I was gonna see if you could come bring me your dog if you were available.
Yeah, man. We got to go work the radio, man.
I don't blame you. Go make that money, brother. That's cool. Cody's out, and I got a guy refusing, and his behavioral indicators are through the roof, BJ. They are off the chain. I don't have any physical indicators yet, but his behavioral indicators are through the freaking roof. And
trying to think who may be working.
I don't know of anybody. Tanner McHugh just got off a little while ago, so I don't even know anything about his dog.
Yeah. His dog's pretty good. Will Will Playwood?
Yeah, I forgot about him. He's right up the road. Let me give him a call real quick.
Pardon me.
All right.
Hello.
Hey, brother. Busy?
Get out of band with my son. What's up?
Oh, I needed you woof for a minute, but if you ain't available, that's fine.
No, I ain't anywhere around him.
No, that's all right. I got a guy stopped, and he's I don't know. I got a warm and fuzzy on it, brother, but he shut down on me and done got defensive, and I don't have any like physical indicators, but dude, his behavioral indicators are just skyrocketed, and I think there's something here. He's just shutting me down. I don't have enough. I don't think I have enough right now to go any further with it than I can, so I was looking for a dog. But it'll be all right. If he is dirty, we'll end up getting him one day, I'm sure.
He from around here?
He lives, his license address is Brandon, but he said he lives in Ridgeland. I didn't get an address. He won't talk to me. He says I'm a dickhead or I'm an asshole or whatever. He says I'm whatever. But
he's done with you.
Yeah. All because I started asking him common, like, investigative questions. Like, hey, man, where you come from? Where you headed to? And he's just like, I don't have to tell you that shit. I was like, I'm just asking you some questions, fella. Because he was,
wow.
I mean, I went up to the car, dude. He was sucking all the oxygen out of the planet. And I was like, oh, boy, what do we got?
That's weird. I don't think Chloe's got a dog 10-8 right now, actually.
That's all right.
But you can call over and make sure, but I don't know if they do this early.
Yeah, I ain't gonna worry with it, dude. You're my third phone call and my third swing and miss. I'm gonna let it ride.
Yeah, sometimes it's best just to kick it.
That's right. So, all right, brother. Well, I appreciate it, man. Y'all have fun.
All right, bro.
All right, bye. All right, Mr. Alexander. Issued you 2 citations today, 1 for speeding, 10 over, and 1 for window tint. Gave you court date of March 29th. You have on that date or up to it to pay for citations. If you pay for them prior to that date, you don't have to be in court. If you don't, you need to call ahead and let them know that you're not going to make it. They will gladly rearrange or make a payment plan if you'd rather do that. If you no call, no show, a warrant will be issued for your arrest, and we'll just come pick you up, okay? Thanks.
As much as the sergeant wanted to catch him, he had no evidence for this except his own inner voice. So after many phone calls, he had no choice but to release Mr. Alexander. It is not known whether Mr. Alexander took any action in the case. On July 15, 2018, Montre Little, age 23, and Jared Clinton, age 21, were departing a nearby park when they encountered Officer Kyle Theis from the Des Moines Police Department in Des Moines, Iowa.
What's going on, guys?
Not much.
What's up?
How you doing, officer?
Is this your car?
Well, it's a rental right now. My car's in the shop.
Okay. Did something break down?
Yes, sir.
Gotcha. You guys just came from over at the park, right?
Yeah, we just hanging out.
That's it?
Well, that's what we doing.
Is this your car?
I just told you my car is in the shop, officer. This is a rental.
Okay. How do you start it?
What do you mean? I just put my foot on the brake and I put it in drive and I drive, officer.
Officer Thies, during a seemingly routine encounter with Montre Little and Jared Clinton, tactically probed into the details of starting their vehicle. The line of questioning aimed to discern potential signs of vehicle theft or intoxication. Fortunately, Mr. Little's composed responses indicated familiarity with the car, averting suspicion. Nevertheless, Officer Thies skillfully extended the conversation, leading to Mr. Little voluntarily surrendering his car keys.
So it's your car, though? Did they give you a fob or something?
It's my car, officer.
Did they give you a key fob or something? Or?
Yes, sir. Officer.
Like, what does it do? Does it?
You see, that should let you know that it's in.
Okay. Do you have any weapons on you or in the car?
No, officer.
Okay, can I be honest with you? It smells like marijuana in the car, and I can see shake on the ground. And your buddy's given me the idea that maybe he's got a gun.
Police often use the smell of marijuana as a basis for probable cause to search a vehicle without the driver's consent. Notably, Officer Thies quickly concludes the presence of marijuana even before requesting Mr. Little's ID. He asserts that Mr. Clinton has a concealed gun based on personal intuition, admitting this suspicion within just 2 minutes of the interaction.
You know what I mean? Like, that's what I think.
How?
I don't know. Just the way, I mean, just the way you're holding yourself, man. Like, that's why we're nervous, man. That's it. I mean, if you're scared because you got a little bit of weed, that'll be one thing.
Officer,
okay.
There's no weed.
Okay.
There's no shake on the floor.
Okay, so there's no shake on the floor?
Officer.
Okay. All right. And you don't have any weapons on you, you said?
Officer, that is correct.
Okay, do you have your ID on you?
My brother's been pulled over multiple times for doing that. I live in Des Moines, I go to work. I don't like doing it.
Okay. You don't got no weapons on you?
Officer, no, sir.
Go ahead and step out, Montre. Yep, I just told you why. 3 times. You want me to recap again?
Officer, look, my hands is up.
Yep, your hands are up, and now I'm asking you to step out of the car.
I gave you my ID.
You gave me your ID.
Go run it.
Yep, I don't want to. I'm not walking away from this car.
Officer, can I ask you why?
Yep, because I just told you, step out of the car. If you don't want to go to jail, I would expect you to please listen. I mean, I told you I'm a cop. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Face the car when you step out. Don't flex. Don't flex. I don't know what you're doing, man, but you need to knock that off. Stop pulling on your arms. What's going on, dude? Where are you trying to? What are you doing, dude?
Officer, I'm not doing nothing to you.
Okay. Well, you're making me think something funny's going on, man.
Come on, man.
You're not under arrest. You're just like pulling away like you're gonna do something silly, and I don't want that. What?
Nothing.
I what?
I'm not even gonna.
Okay. Well, you're not under arrest, man. We're just trying to figure out what's going on.
Okay, sure.
Okay, so slide over here. I mean, your heart is thumping, dude. Like you're beating.
Officer, please don't.
Don't what? Have a seat.
Okay.
Have a seat. I think that your buddy has a gun, so I need you to step in the car.
You think my buddy has a gun?
He's acting funny. Step in the car, please.
Officer,
if you don't step in the car, you're going to jail for sure.
Okay, that's
so
fine,
step
officer.
in the car. So step in the car.
Listen.
I'm done listening. I just told you I think that your buddy has a gun. Now knock it off.
Nothing in there. Can you spread your feet just a little bit? Okay. All right, come back and stand with me, okay? You're not going to run from the area.
How old are you, Montre?
March 25th, 1995.
You supposed to be drinking in the park there?
Officer, officer, that's just in there, okay? There was no gun, there was no weapon to harm you, officer. We didn't do anything wrong. We stopped at the stoplight. We pulled over when you pulled over. I did everything you asked me to, officer. You thought there was a weapon. There's no weapon. We wasn't doing anything wrong, officer. I'm not sure why you pulled me over. At your rental, everything is fine. There's no breaking taillight or nothing, officer. I did nothing wrong with you.
Okay. If I take them handcuffs off you, can you dump out that bottle of alcohol for me?
Oh, I could do it anytime, officer.
Is that good?
Yeah, of course it is.
You good? We straight? Okay. So here's the deal. Like, you and I know. I mean, let's start over. Let's roll with each other. Did I make anything up when I said the car smelled like marijuana?
Yeah, a little bit. A little bit.
Hold on.
Because there was nobody smoking in the car.
Is there marijuana shake on the floor of the car?
Officer, that was cigarette ash, okay? There's no. You didn't find no marijuana.
I did. I'm not charging you with marijuana. But here's what. If you want me to be real with you, like I want you to be real with me for a second. Like, did I make that up? You know what I mean? Did I make it up?
I believe so, officer.
So you want me to just write you the ticket for the stuff that I have to write you tickets for? If you think that I'm lying, like, then we'll go to court and we'll talk about it then.
Okay.
Or do you want to just be real with me and I'll be real with you?
Wow, officer.
Right?
I would like to pull out my alcohol like you asked me to, officer. You didn't find anything. We wasn't doing anything, officer.
Okay. So you're not going to admit that you maybe were around people smoking or something like that?
Officer.
Were you around anybody smoking?
Cigarettes.
That's it.
Officer, there's no weed shake on the floor, officer.
Oh, okay.
All right.
Step out. Face the car.
Officer Thies, having failed to obtain a confession, permitted Mr. Little and Mr. Clinton to dispose of alcohol without arrest. Later, the duo, supported by a social justice organization, filed a lawsuit alleging constitutional rights violation. In June 2019, the Des Moines City Council settled for $75,000 with individual compensations and legal fees. Officer Thies faced an administrative review, resulting in removal from patrol duty. Despite public interest, the city of Des Moines cites exemptions to keep the review findings confidential. On February 19, 2022, a man named Rayan Swaggerty Owens was sitting on a park bench in Kit County, Washington. The scene was lit by several candles burning after a vigil to mourn Celeste Williams, who had died in a car accident earlier that day.
How you doing, sir? I definitely cannot. It's for my safety, okay? What do you got going on out here?
What does it look like?
You want to be a smart?
I mean, what does it look like?
You want to be a smart? It's called reckless burning. If you want to go that route, we can go ahead and push that route. Reckless burning, when you're burning something outside of an authorized area. You want to go that route? Do you really want to go that route? Do you really want to go that route? The light is for my safety. I don't know who you are. I don't know if you're a criminal who's going to try to pull a gun out on me or a knife or anything like that. That's what the light's for, okay? That's what they're there for. That's why they're put on patrol vehicles. What's your name?
My name's Rashad.
What's that?
1 second. I usually call you supervisor. And if this is bothering you, I'll put it out for you.
I'd appreciate that. That's what my contact. I was just going to ask you nicely to do that, but since you want to be a smart and ask me what does it look like and talk to me like I'm dumb, I'm obviously going to push the other route. If that's really how you want to go.
Officer Mora alleges that Mr. Swaggerty Owens recklessly lit candles, citing relevant sections of the Washington Revised Code. However, Mr. Swaggerty Owens' actions are not consistent with reckless burning in the first degree, and it is unlikely to plead the second degree due to the distance of the candles from the specified objects. Officer Mora's reasonable suspicion is questionable. Although there is a seasonal burning ban in Ketts County, lighting candles for memorials falls outside the scope of this ban.
Salami, can I go ahead and get a second? Let me get your ID.
Why?
I already told you.
Why?
Reckless burning.
Okay, you want to put it out?
You can put it out, but first you're going to give me your ID.
Would you
feel like you need to put that up? If that's bothering you, you want me to put it up?
I'm telling you.
Okay, I'll put it
We're gonna
up.
have to put it up, but let me get your ID.
I'll put this up. What's your name again?
Officer Mora. M-O-R-A. Make sure you spell it right, okay?
I don't need to spell that. I'll put these candles outside this bothering this guy.
Do you have ID on you?
I do, but I don't need to give it to you.
Okay. Is that really the route you want to take, sir?
What route? I'm
Obstruction?
sitting on the bench.
When Mr. Swaggerty Owens refuses to show identification, Officer Mora alleges obstruction. Washington does not have a stop and ID statute, but even if it did, it would only require verbal identification. Under Washington law, refusal alone does not constitute obstruction. Courts have emphasized that obstructive physical conduct, not just speech, is required for conviction. It is crucial to note that even in states with identification laws, those laws are constitutionally required to be applied beyond a reasonable doubt. A related case has established that the application of such laws without reasonable suspicion violates the Fourth Amendment. Given this, even if Washington has stop and frisk laws, their enforcement is hampered by the fact that Officer Mora lacked the requisite reasonable suspicion to detain Mr. Swaggerty Owens.
Yeah, you're lighting candles.
I didn't light these candles.
And that's what I was asking you.
Lighter.
And that was my question. But since you want to go right off and start talking to me like I'm dumb, asking me what it looks like.
Look at the light. You can't blind me.
That's what police lights are for us to see. Look, here's my question, right? What if you're I'm not saying you are, but what if you're some individual who's trying to hurt anybody? Not just an officer, but anybody.
But I'm not.
I'm not saying you are, but I don't know that.
Okay. Well, now you know.
And that's what my lights are for. I still don't know that. I really don't.
Okay.
So you really want to be this difficult, sir?
There ain't nothing about being difficult. I ain't doing nothing wrong.
I'm
sitting on the bench.
Okay.
Turn your light off quickly.
I'm not turning off my light.
Okay, well, I don't know what to tell you. You want to be rude? I'm going to be rude.
How am I being rude? Because I told you.
Light in my eye.
Hey, you need to relax,
No,
okay?
I don't need to relax.
Okay, then amp yourself up then. If that's the route you want to go.
With me, you can go ahead and head back to your vehicle.
I'm not going to head back to my vehicle until you're identified.
Don't come over here pressing wait on me. Call your supervisor.
I got somebody else coming out. Don't worry.
Tell them to pull up. I'm on.
You asked me to turn off the lights. I said I can. They're on for my safety.
I got a camera too.
Perfect.
Okay.
By all means.
Awesome. That's out. You want this lighter? That's not mine either. You want it? You can have it.
I don't care about the lighter.
Throw away this trash. That's not mine either.
I'm not saying it is.
Okay. Well, have some condolences for somebody. Yeah. Forget about that one, huh?
Do you feel tougher now by talking like that? Do you feel like you're this big bad guy or this big bad by talking like that?
I am a bad actually.
Okay.
But that ain't got nothing to do with what we talking about. Nothing.
Are you causing trouble? What's going on?
I'm just sitting here with the candles. This dude came up, had a problem with me. He came up pressing real hard, so I turned on my camera and I told him to call for backup.
Did you know Katrina?
Huh?
Did you know Katrina?
I know everybody.
Oh, I don't know that.
Do you know what his name is?
I forget. Sorry, I guess
It's fine.
our contacts haven't been too bad.
Yeah. I mean, there's no need for my name. I'm just sitting on the bench. Not bothering nobody. I pay my taxes. My house is right down there. But I'm not doing anything wrong. I'm just sitting on the bench. You came over here pressing me with the light.
I came over here to turn on my light for my safety, okay? If you have a problem with it, that's too bad.
I just told you I did. You came over here pressing me with the light.
How do I press you with the light?
I can't see you. Do I got sunglasses on? No, I don't think so.
I mean, I hope not.
So you can run your headlights. You can do all that, but you say you want to push your little light bar. Want me to go get my light bar?
That's for our safety. There's no reason to hassle over that.
You got your light bar on?
Well, I turned it off because I didn't want to blind you guys. But
Thank you. That's common sense.
well, I could see you wanting to pay your respects to Katrina. That's pretty awful.
I mean, yeah. So, I mean, y'all can go about your way. I'm not doing anything wrong.
Well,
This ain't my lighter. You want the lighter, take the lighter. If you feel like those candles are bothering you, take the candles.
weren't they lit?
The only thing in mind, because you made me put them out.
I simply asked him, what are you
No.
doing? He wants to be a smart.
I'm not going to argue with you.
What does it look like?
I'm not going to argue with you. I'm not here to argue with you today. You want to argue with me? Come to my house tomorrow. I'm not going to argue with you.
Are you living on 24?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nobody's trying to argue with you.
Well, what's the plan here?
I'm going to sit right here. Like I said, if you want the candles, if you want this lighter, if you want this bag.
I don't need to take anything. I simply asked
I mean, this is trash. You can go throw it away if you'd like to. You don't have to. I'll throw it away on my way out. But I'm not going anywhere.
I'm not asking you to leave.
All right. Well, then there's no issue here. There's nothing.
I was simply asking what you were doing out here. I said,
What's it look like I'm doing out here? What would you be doing out here if your friend died? What would you be doing?
I don't know who your friend is. I don't know about
Why
that.
everybody's friend?
Okay, well,
So
I
now
don't know
you're
about
acting
that.
stupid. I'm a human being just like you. Okay. So you want to write me a ticket? Cool.
No, writing you a ticket.
Well, then get out of here, bro. I'm not dealing with you.
Officer Mora informs Mr. Swaggerty Owens that he does not intend to ticket him, but states that he continues to make efforts to identify him. Although he does not explicitly state that Mr. Swaggerty Owens was taken into custody, this interaction could be considered a potential Fourth Amendment seizure. Although Mr. Swaggerty Owens was in a public area, Officer Mora's repeated requests, use of a spotlight, mention of obstruction, and tone suggesting compelled obedience could argue a seizure under the Fourth Amendment. Given Officer Mora's lack of reasonable suspicion, it could be deemed unconstitutional.
I'm not dealing with you. You already done pissed me off.
Okay.
You already took it too far. You still want to turn off the light?
I'm not gonna turn off.
All right then. I don't want to hear it. If you ain't got nothing to say to me, I ain't got nothing to say to you. And that's how that goes.
Okay. Sorry for your loss.
Have a good day.
You too.
It is not known whether Mr. Swaggerty Owens has taken legal action over this incident. On February 12, 2021, several officers from the University of Central Florida Police Department approached Sophia, a college student sitting in her vehicle with a friend in a parking lot in Orlando, Florida. Officer Proffer asked if the girls had been drinking alcohol. Even though this clip doesn't exactly show corrupt cops, I think it deserves this video. You'll see what I mean in the next few minutes.
Hello, I'm Officer Proffer. How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good.
Hi.
Alright, so what's going on tonight? Were you fell asleep in here or what?
Yeah, honestly, just fell asleep.
Okay, have you been drinking?
Honestly?
Honestly? Yeah. Okay, where'd you come from?
Just came from a house party and we figured it was safer to sit here. We were dropped off. And I didn't feel comfortable driving, so we were sitting in my car.
Okay.
And I didn't want to drive.
Okay, do you guys both live here, or?
I don't live here.
So how'd you get here?
We were dropped off by an Uber.
Okay, and you just got in your car?
Yes, ma'am.
So your car was sitting here?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Have you guys been smoking weed at all, too?
No, ma'am. Don't do drugs.
Alright.
We just have 2 energy drinks open here, but they're already drinking.
This is a White Claw?
That is a Monster.
A Monster. I'm so sorry. We were at the beach.
We don't have any open containers in the car.
Okay.
We just have a Celsius and a Monster. They're just
I
energy
had
drinks.
that earlier. I worked.
We don't have anything open in the car.
No.
I just didn't want to drive intoxicated, so we're just sitting in the car.
Okay, you're both students. Okay. Did he get your IDs and stuff already?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Alright. Yeah, hang on 1 second for me. So, yeah, I can smell there too. So, since they are parked here, can you still get them because they're behind the wheel of the operating vehicle. Alright. Okay, what is your name again?
My name is Sophia.
Sophia? Okay. I'm gonna have you, if you don't mind, to step out of the vehicle and talk to me behind the car for a bit. Alright.
I'm really sorry. I just didn't want to drive.
You could just stand right there, that's fine.
You're okay.
For driving under the influence, all you have to be is you're in the driver's seat, so you're in control of an operating motor vehicle.
Yes, ma'am.
So it's still illegal to be sitting in the driver's seat with you drinking.
Officer Proffer claimed that sitting in the driver's seat while intoxicated is illegal in Florida, citing relevant statutes. The definition of actual physical control of a vehicle was discussed, emphasizing the practical ability to operate the vehicle even if not actively driving. Past legal cases established that the proximity of keys and the capability to start the car are factors in determining actual physical control. The summary concludes that, regardless of the car's status, Florida's broad interpretation could lead to a DUI conviction if the keys were accessible.
Are you willing to participate in some standard field sobriety exercises for us?
Do I have to?
I mean, it's up to you, it's your choice. But then if you don't, then we have to make a decision based on our evidence right now. How old are you?
I'm 19.
Yes, I mean, you can either participate in the standard field sobriety exercises, or like I said, we just make our determination now upon, speaking to you and our evidence, what we smell, what we see, and we can go from there, determine if we have enough to make an arrest or not.
I mean, I'm willing to try.
Okay, you're willing to participate in the standard field sobriety exercises?
Yes, ma'am.
I'm going to read you some instructions real quick, okay? Alright, go ahead and stand with your hands down at your side. I'm going to check your eyes, okay? So I'm going to get out a pen. And this is going to be the stimulus. Where were you guys at before here?
We were at a house party.
Okay. Was that here on campus?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So, and then you had Uber take you here, and you just had your car keys on you, so you got in the car.
Turned on the car for warmth.
And then sat in here.
Yes, ma'am.
So I'm going to check your eyes, so you don't have any glasses, contacts?
No, ma'am.
Okay. Keep your head still, and you're going to follow this with your eyes only. Okay. Do not move your head. Do you understand these instructions?
Yes, ma'am. Follow the pen.
Yeah.
Ma'am, stand with your arms down by your side.
Sorry, it's really cold.
Nope. Keep your head still. Okay. So our next test, our exercise, we're going to find a line. You want to come over here, and we'll use the line over here. All right, so just stand there with your feet together, arms down at your side. When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-to-toe steps on the line. Turn around, keeping 1 foot on the line, and return 9 heel-to-toe steps back. Okay, so it's going to look like this. 2, 3.
So it'll be 18 total, like there and back.
You're going to take 9 down. You're going to do that turn with a series of small steps. You're going to take 9 steps back. Heel to toe, your arms got to be down at your side. You ready?
Yes, ma'am.
All right, you may begin.
1001, 1021, 1022.
Okay, you can stop.
1023.
All right, go ahead and put your hands behind your back. You're going to be arrested for DUI.
Why?
Because you are operating a motor vehicle under the influence.
Officer Proffer puts Miss Sophia through a series of sobriety tests before arresting her for driving under the influence. While Florida does not have a law mandating the administration of the FST, a related case allows the use of refusal as evidence pointing to consciousness of guilt. Miss Sophia performed the horizontal gaze nystagmus, walk and turn, and stand on one-leg tests, but Officer Proffer did not provide reasons for failure. Miss Sophia had difficulties with the walk and turn test and showed slight wobble on the one-leg stand test. Given her age and the stricter alcohol limits for individuals under 21, her arrest is likely legally defensible, especially given that she admitted to consuming alcohol prior to the FSTs.
All right, we're going to go back to the back of my car. All right, you have anything sharp on you? Any knives, weapons? No needles, nothing like that. All right.
I have my ID and then my friend's ID.
Right. I'm just going to pat you down and make sure you don't have anything on you.
Spread your feet.
This is the only pocket in here?
Yes, ma'am.
Yeah,
there's not that many pockets in the leggings.
Yeah.
Is that all you want in your car?
Yes, sir. Just the wallet itself. It's black. It says Kate Spade on it. Has a car key attached to it.
Okay.
And then also like a key to get into my establishment.
Okay.
All right, you can have a seat back here.
Thank you, ma'am.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and buckle you up. Have you ever been arrested?
No, ma'am.
Okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go down to the DUI center where we'll request a breath test from you.
Yes, ma'am.
And then from there, you'll be going to the Orange County Jail.
Cool.
For DUI, but they can only hold you for, I think it's 12 hours from like the time now, so you should be able to get out. I'll find out for sure. I think it's either 8 hours or 12 hours.
Yes, ma'am.
All right, hang tight, okay?
So we're going to secure this car. Go ahead and take out anything that you need out of the vehicle, ma'am. Where do you live on campus?
I live right here. This
Okay.
is my house.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
Excellent.
All right, cool. So we're good to leave her car here then.
Search her wallet. I didn't. You have gloves on? Well, you did. Whatever. That she's pretty much admitted to it. She was using a fake ID or someone else's ID. It's whatever you want to do, but.
Is that her phone?
Yep, I think so. I already locked the car. Yeah, you don't have to tow it. I guess she's allowed to park here.
Ma'am, 1 second. Come back over here to me. Unlock the car. I can see cannabis in clear view. I was wondering what she hid him in the seat. That's what that. If you come over here to me, I want to show you what I'm looking at. There's a bag right there that looks like it has green leafy substance. You see?
Come over here.
Come right here to me.
Yeah, I wasn't sure which one you. What do you?
So there's see that bag right there, sticking out of the seat.
Mm-hmm.
It almost looks like there's a green leafy substance at the very end of it. Could I be wrong?
To be honest, I can't really tell.
It looked like she was hiding something. So I asked her what she was hiding, and she said, "Oh, nothing." And she's moving stuff around.
Either way, you got a good search for furtive movements.
Yeah.
I didn't know anything about weed in this car.
I'm gonna go in there and just take that based on my suspicion. That's the only thing I'm gonna take. I'm not gonna search the car or anything like that right now.
An officer expresses his intention to seize a bag in a car, suspecting that it contains marijuana due to a green leafy substance. The officer cites the furtive movements of the passenger during the approach. Officers may conduct a search without a warrant if probable cause is found. However, uncertainty as to the contents of the bag and the mention of furtive movements do not conclusively establish that a crime has been committed. Even if there is no marijuana in the bag, the alleged suspicious activity may be taken into account when assessing the reasonableness of the search.
Just based on the movements, so there might not be weed, but from what it looks like.
Okay,
So,
I promise you.
okay, let us at least just find it if there is anything, and then we'll go from there.
I'm sorry. You're just trying to search my car or her car?
Well, we're not searching.
Okay.
The vehicle's not being searched. It was
It was
affirmative
plastic
movement.
that looked like something. In my experience, that looked like a baggie. And due to your furtive movements earlier, where it looked like you were hiding something underneath the towel, which I don't know if it was the alcohol.
I really wasn't trying to hide the towel.
I get
was
it,
trying to put
okay?
the towel back where I found it.
I get it. Nothing in the car. Thank you so much.
Great.
You can go inside your house.
Thank you.
Following the arrest, Miss Sophia was reportedly administered 2 breathalyzer tests at the police station, recording breath alcohol levels of 0.099 and 0.088. These values showed that she exceeded both 0.02, the legal limit for individuals under 21, and 0.08, the general limit for all drivers. To resolve her case, Miss Sophia agreed to a DUI diversion agreement that included 50 hours of community service, attendance at DUI school, attendance at a victim impact class, 10-day vehicle impoundment, a $500 donation to a non-profit organization, a fee to the department, and the installation of an interlock device for 1 year. As for why this clip was included in this video, although legal reasons allowed for it, Sophia's integrity deserved a little more compromise, because cops can't behave in this way and expect the other person to cooperate with them in another case. There has to be a price for people's honesty, and the cops failed in this regard. What do you think about these incidents? You can find the original video links in the description. Take care and stay safe.